Well, tell me about 83 then.
Similar to yourself,
Yes.
I was up in the tower, up on the pier. All hell was breaking loose. There was like 80-foot palm trees undulating up and down in the water.
Yes.
Just coming down the coast and stuff. And you'd see fragments of boats and different things, just, trash cans and all types of stuff just washing down the coast. And I remember waves were starting to break over the end of the pier, and I called Lynn. I go, "Hey, Lynn, there's waves breaking over the end of the pier right now." And he goes, "Oh, okay, thanks for the input," or something. I'm like,
Now, were you on zero at the
I
time?
was in the tower on the pier, yeah,
Okay.
on zero.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I go, waves were starting to break the railing. They're coming over the side of the pier. So I go, I'm going to call Lynn back. This is not something that you want to put somebody in jeopardy, So I called up the tower on the beach lifeguard headquarters. I go, "Hey, this is Rich up in zero," and all of a sudden the phone went dead. And I go, "Dad, he hung up on me. What the hell?" And then I heard on the scanner, "Fire department, rescue team 45, report the lifeguard headquarters. A 10-foot wave just broke through the director's front window."
Oh,
And
hazards.
when Lynn was on the
Oh, my
phone
God.
telling me to ride it out, meanwhile comes a wave and just like annihilated his whole office. It was so crazy.
Wow.
And
Now, they shut the pier down then,
at that
obviously.
point, I locked the lifeguard tower on the pier and drove the Jeep back into the beach and stuff. And then I think it was that night, if I'm not mistaken, a giant portion of the pier dropped down, and it was being suspended by just like nails and stuff like that. And it
Some of
was
the piping, I think,
yeah,
too.
it was washing up against the other pilings, and they're all paranoid that it was going to just like take out part of the pier. I remember they drove a loader out, and they put this part-time guy, I wish I could remember his name, and he had some like really goofy little thing they put around his waist, and they pulled him up, and he was hanging over the side with the chainsaw, cutting that thing off in the rain. He was probably making like $4.71, So finally the whole thing comes down. Well, it was a big chunk of the pier deck,
Mm-hmm.
and it was probably, 20 feet by 20 feet. So at night, the thing started washing into the pier. Lynn was called down, and there was a bunch of firefighters and stuff, and he's kind of choreographing the whole thing, and a big wave comes, knocks Lynn over, and the whole thing went over the top, and Lynn is underneath that thing, just yelling for help and everything else. And somehow they're able to like pull him out, and it was
That
really
could have been a
crazy,
disaster, yeah.
crazy.
Wow.